If you throw away this human birth, I have no doubt that you're not going to get it again. If you really mess up this one, is that you're just going to come back in the next life in a way such that you have to not only learn all the lessons you were supposed to learn this time, but now you have to literally eat the bitter fruit of all of the seeds that you planted in this lifetime. Do humans always come back as humans? Ideally, yes. Ideally we always move forward. It's said that a human birth is the highest birth in this spiritual evolution because we are the most conscious. We are most definitely not the most kind. We are most definitely not the most intelligent. But it is said that we are the most conscious, that we are the only being, the only species that has the ability to be conscious of itself, to actually say, I am not my body. Who am I? Neti neti. These sorts of practices are to say, aham brahmasmi, that sort of awareness that I am one with the divine. It's believed is only possible for humans, that no other species actually can look at itself. But if you throw away this human birth, I have no doubt that you're not going to get it again. We don't hear stories scientifically of the earthworm that remembers its previous human incarnation because earthworms don't speak our language. They're not showing up in science labs saying, hey, I remember my past birth. I really messed it up. That's why I'm an earthworm this time. They're not going on, lecture circuits saying, don't make the mistake that I made or you too will be an earthworm. They're just earthworms. Or frogs, or whatever. I think it is possible. I don't know. Again, because we don't have any evidence of that. But I think that you would have to go really, really far down to deprive yourself of even the benefit of a human birth again. I think probably what's more likely, if you really mess up this one, is that you're just going to come back in the next life in a way such that you have to not only learn all the lessons you were supposed to learn this time, but now you have to literally eat the bitter fruit of all of the seeds that you planted in this lifetime. And in terms of desire for, do I desire moksha? Freedom, liberation, or coming back. I love this life. I love this body. Really. I marvel at it. Every morning in my gratitude practice, the very first thing that pops out of my mouth, first thing that comes to my mind is thank you, God, for this incredible body. Like, here we still are. It's amazing. This body is amazing. I love it. Doesn't mean that it doesn't cause pain sometimes. But I love it. I love what it can do. I love that it's changeable. Gaining too much weight, you can lose weight. Losing too much weight, you can gain weight. Getting flabby, you can exercise. Feeling tired, you can rest. I love that it's so open to all of that which we do. I love the fact that you can make really stupid mistakes like eating a whole bunch of pizza and French fries for dinner, and yet you wake up the next morning and it just comes right through you and you get a brand new start again, fresh. Like amazing. It's incredible. I love the body. I love that which I experience through the senses. I love the sound of beautiful music. I love listening to Puja Swamiji sing. I love looking at Ganga. I love looking at sunrises and sunsets and the stars and children and babies and people I love. I love touch. I love hugs. I love sight. I love all of it. I love tasting yummy, healthy food. Why not? We've been given these senses to enjoy. I do not believe God has given us this gift of 5 senses just for us to deprive ourselves of any joy. It's incredible creation, but I'm going to make myself blind. We have a whole Mahabharat that tells us what happens when you go blind. So we're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to open our eyes and see. The problem is the mind. For all of us. If I could have moksha from anything, it would be just from the games of the mind. Moksha from anger, moksha from ego, moksha from desire, moksha from fear. Moksha from past patterns and impressions and neuroses and games of the psyche and games of the mind. That's the moksha we need. Then every minute and every moment is just a blessing. Why not come back? Then you just get to experience God in so many more ways. Absolutely, I want to come back, especially because Puja Swamiji says he's coming back. Yeah, we're all coming back. We're all coming back. In fact, one of my favorite stories is of a devotee of Puja Swamiji's who's now, God, he must be 83, 4 by now. He's a doctor in America, and he was one of Puja Swamiji's first devotees in America. Very, very renowned doctor, but a photographer by hobby. And so all of the first early beautiful pictures of Puja Swamiji in America, the Hindu Jain temple, all of that, he shot them all. We're still using pictures that he shot 40 years ago. So he was always the photographer. So his wife told me relatively recently that they were sitting with their friends, and they're all of advancing age, and they're all beautiful devotees, very pious people, devoted people. And they were all talking about hoping that they attain moksha when they die, that they don't have to come back. And somebody was saying, oh, Navalji, that's his name, Dr. Naval Kant. Somebody was saying, oh, Navalji, you will definitely get moksha. Like, you are such a pious, beautiful man. And he said, oh, I don't want moksha. He says, I'm coming back. And his friends all said, why? What? His wife was the one who told me this story. His friends all said, why? And he said, because my guru's coming back. And if he's coming back, who's going to take his picture? He says, I have to come back. I have to come back and take my guru's pictures in next life also. So that's the way of thinking about it. When the mind stops being something that troubles you. Then it's like, yeah, eventually I'll lose this body. The body's going to stop working so well. Then I'll get a new one. I'll get to start all over again. And if you're free from the mind, then what a blessing. You look at this creation, amazing. The only problem is the mind.